This set should have come out much sooner than it did, but regardless, it caused a large amount of discourse. From more helmet debates to build complaints, this set sparked even more controversy within the community. So the real question is it really so bad? Like any standard battle pack, you get a nice selection of 4 minifigures. You get 3 standard 330-second troopers, 2 of which feature jetpacks, and Captain Vaughn, which, unsurprisingly, was the biggest contributor to the negative discourse around the set. He features a unique torso as well. Unfortunately, we never saw his face during the show as he died in the episode he was introduced, but a unique facial expression on his head would have been nice. Again, this set reignited the fire when it comes to the helmet hole topic. I've said it before, but I don't really mind the helmet holes, and after a while you just get used to it. I'd much rather the helmets have the option for customization than go without, as LEGO's all about creativity and expression, and limiting that seems particularly silly to me. The helmet print isn't too different from the 2020 AAT set, if just a bit more spread out. Since the main difference between these clones and the 501st is only the helmet, you can swap them onto different bodies from the recent battle packs and have a much more robust collection of 330-second troopers, which I'm all for. I'll talk more about the build later, but the build choice did spark some confusion as well. These are typically called Swamp Speeders, and obviously these clones were primarily seen in the cities of Mandalore. I think what happened here was simply that designers needed a small vehicle for the build and didn't have many options. After looking through past battle packs and the Republic's lineup of small vehicles, the options are very slim. Typically, these Clone Wars battle packs feature a speeder, a walker, or a small cannon, but occasionally they'll also include a small build for the opposing separatists. I think a BARC speeder, a small cannon build, or an AT-RT would have been a better fit, but again, those were just in recent 501st battle packs, so they for sure wanted to avoid any of that repetition, and a separatist build wouldn't have made much sense either. I think switching the figures between this and the 501st Specialist Battle Pack would have been a better option, but I'm still not complaining. The build and the figures from both of these are wonderful. It's important to remember that although these were generally called Swamp Speeders, they weren't exclusive to those terrains, but they certainly excelled in them. Regardless of the confusion this build stirred up, the speeder itself is still really nice, if only a bit small. That being said, I do think the build is excellently designed. It captures the iconic look and the unique details super well. I do, however, have an issue with the stud shooter cannons on the front. I think a brick built option could have more accurately portrayed the twin cannons on either side of the speeder. That being said, for as small as the set is, I think it's one of the strongest builds from recent battle packs. This set retails for $20 at the moment, but I for sure see this dropping to around $16 in a few months. The minifigures, although controversial, are clean and a really good army builder. And because the only difference between these clones and the standard 501st is the helmet, you can create a well-rounded collection of clones with just a few of each battle pack. That being said, although small, the build itself is really well designed. I think a BARC speeder or an AT-RT would have made more sense, but they probably wanted to avoid any repetition. I think what should have happened is a simple swap between the figures between this set and the 501st Specialist Battle Pack, but I'm certainly not complaining. That being said, this is a great way to get some 330-second clones, and the build is really good too. I'd recommend grabbing one, but I do see this set lowering in price in a few months. Overall though, I think this set is a really well made battle pack. Yeah, okay, bye now. Bye. See you later. Bye bye. Okay, bye.